So, I am live, right? Okay, yeah. I have to make sure. Let's move the microphone. Okay, did I actually remember to share this? I think I did. I don't even know anymore. I don't want to wear my glasses today because it's the first day I've actually put on makeup in who knows how long. I've put on makeup, but not actual eyeshadow and stuff like that. Oh, it seems to have been a hot minute. Did I actually share this? I don't know if I actually shared this or not. I don't know. It's been some days. It's been a lot of days. But what's unusual about that for me? Hopefully once I get to go to the doctor and stuff, then I will get things taken care of, and then hopefully I'll get some answers. Hopefully I'll feel better. But how is everybody this Tuesday? I need to contact everybody that I don't have addresses for so I can get the pics shipped. Hopefully I'll get the Patreon tutorial up tomorrow. Yeah. Let me make sure. Did I share this? I don't know. Let me make sure I shared. Hold on. Give me a second. If y'all are commenting, I will be right back. Because I have no idea if I did this or not. I have so many different things going on, and it's just a lot. With all my health stuff, I'm doing the best I can, and I feel like I am just failing all around at this point, and I don't know. Are y'all that way too sometimes? Where it's, hi Belinda, hi LJ, hi Mary. Let me go to Facebook. And I don't know if y'all are that way, where it feels like everything is kind of on your shoulders, where it feels like no matter which way I turn, I'm failing somebody or failing something. And yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at right now. And I'm trying not to be like that. It's just, it's hard not to. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Now I can get back to y'all. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay. So, hi, Robin. Hi, Colleen. So, but yeah. Thank you, Colleen. Yeah, Belinda, I can understand that whenever it gets overwhelming with dealing with your, I know, with you with your knee replacement and trying to do everything all at once. With me, it's like every time I turn around, and this is how I'm feeling right now. And I'll go ahead and explain it because I know for a lot of people that this is kind of how it feels. yesterday's video I got up, which this isn't a complaint to anybody. I got the video up, which I think all in all, because it takes me so long to get anything done now. And after filming it the first time and then finding out it was blurry because my eyesight's blurry all the time now. Oh, thank you, Belinda. That makes me feel better. That right there is part of what definitely helps keep me going. And I love doing it. Now, when I say this stuff, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm placing blame on anybody, because I still do this because I love doing it. And I want to make that clear. So when I talk like this, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm blaming anybody. The pressure that is on me is pressure that I put on myself, first and foremost. So I want to make that clear. I've always been someone who pushes myself really hard about things because I'm someone who didn't come from a lot. So I've always been an extremely hard worker. So I feel very much like a failure whenever things don't go well. And I'm very hard on myself. So let me put that out there. Hi, Elena. And if anybody has any questions about anything, feel free to ask. So let me say that, because I can go off and talk on story times and things like that. And I will definitely do that, because just to kind of keep things going. But I want to make that clear in case anybody thinks that I'm putting blame off on the audience or anything like that. All of the pressure that is on myself is from myself. I am very much a perfectionist when it comes to getting things done. And I'm so used to being able to work at this extremely high level that now that I can't do it, it's very, very difficult for me to understand that I can't. Courtney, today is, what is today? Is today a good day? That's always the strange question. I can honestly say that I don't ever know if it's a good day or not. It's a good moment right now. Is the best way to say it. Right now is a good moment. My heart rate at this point, I think, has only gone up twice today. Yesterday, by this point, it had gone up 7 times. So that's a plus. I haven't gotten myself stupidly stressed today. But yesterday I was trying to finish that video, like just editing it, and I think that was part of it. But yeah, like for yesterday trying to finish that video, I think between like my eyesight being blurry and trying to do that, I think that video, which it would have maybe taken me 4 to 5 hours to do it at the most, between reshoots and editing and all that kind of stuff. I think I spent 30 hours on, at the very least. So that's a huge amount of time difference, and it's still so frustrating because it wasn't the quality that I'm used to putting out. And people can tell because it doesn't get views like it used to. So there's that. It's all part of it. So it is what it is. Well, thank you, Hivana. I think I'm saying that correctly. But that does make me feel better. LJ, I am not speaking to a therapist at this moment. I've been through plenty of years of therapy. That is one of those personality traits I have definitely never been able to give up. I've went through plenty of years of therapy, and that is something that I've worked on, but I've never been able to not be that way. I've not I've not been able to not do that. I wish I could. It's like not doing too much. I've not been able to do that. I've stopped doing as much as I have, but I still do probably more at this point than I should. So, but I have slowed down a lot. I have learned to focus more on doing the stuff on the computer instead of trying to do as much like as physical stuff. So, yeah, Robin. And see, for me, it's like every day it's something new. And it's like the symptoms are worse, and I don't know. Yeah, every day that I'm here for my kids, that is exactly right. And I have my puppies. They help keep me company, and they're awesome, and my kids are awesome, and there's always something. So, let's see. Yeah, Courtney, it's a lot to get used to. And it's like I told my mother-in-law, I was talking to her earlier. I can deal with a lot. It's the fact of my brain not wanting to work. Like, take everything else. Just let my brain function. My brain, like, I can deal with it all. Just let me have my brain. Let me have my brain. That's the thing that I need. You can have it all. Just let me have my brain. If that makes sense to anybody. That's the hard part. You know? If that, like, things that I used to do, like, that's the one that gets me. I can't remember things. A lot of times I can't speak. Like, I was talking to one of my vendors, and I was saying that I was like, in all the years I've done tutorials, do you know how many times I have done like a talk through computer tutorial where I have said one thing and typed another up until here recently? None. Zero. Do you know how many times I've done it in the past month? I've done it at least 14 times. How? How does that happen? It's so you see yourself going on this downhill spiral, and it's so you put that pressure on yourself, and you see everything else kind of going with it. All of the things that you work hard for, and it makes it hard. And I think part of it being too, like, I got a notification on Facebook. And that's part of where it hit me too. Because I'm fixing to turn 39. And I think it was just a few days ago that I got a notification that from me fixing to turn 29, that I was talking about, I'm fixing to hit my 30s, and how everything was in place. Everything was good. That I have a house that I love. My marriage is great. My kids are good. My business is good. What else could I want? And now I'm fixing to hit my 40s. And everything is pretty much not in the same place. Everything is kind of, my husband, I'm happy in my marriage and I'm happy with my kids, but everything else is kind of like not at all where I want it to be. Oh, thank you, Crystal. But yeah, that sounds depressing when I say it like that, but it's not meant to be that. But it's like, what a difference a decade makes. But it was like, wow, that kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. I definitely will, Colleen. But I don't think it's a side effect from the medication, because all the medication I'm on at this point, I've been on the same dose for a while, and things are just steadily getting worse. So typically that's not how that works, but I could be wrong. But yeah, LJ, it's like, and I think it was because it was like, oh, well, everything was here. And it's like, how did it go from here to here? A year ago, I was healthy. I was exercising and, walking 10 miles a day. And now I'm at risk for falling all the time. Like, what happened? Hi, Karen. Did I say hi to you? I never have any idea. But yeah. And this is not made to depress anybody. The one thing I'm thankful for is that I had my babies young. Because now Cameron's the only one that's not an adult. We got to do lots of things when they were little. I would feel terrible because a lot of my friends are just now having babies. And I would be like, I wouldn't be able to chase a toddler around at my age. That I would feel bad. I don't know. It's the wrong way for the curl. But yeah, I don't know. I have not, did I say this? I have not contacted the winners of the picks yet. I'm going to. I have them sitting on my desk, and I have it on my to-do list of things that I need to do. And I'm going to do it. I just haven't done it yet. Mary, I don't know. Did I say this? I dread turning 50 at this point, if this is what it was like to turn, or I haven't even turned it yet. I haven't even turned 39 yet. I don't turn 39 till the 11th. But it was like me getting to that point to hit the last year in my 20s, like preparing for it, it was like, oh, yay. I'm preparing to turn my last year in my 30s, and I'm like, well, crap. This is what I gotta look forward to? Well, darn it. What do I got to look forward to now? I got puppies and I got kids. The puppies make me happy. The kids somewhat make me happy. Darn train. The trains drive me nuts. Don't tell me that, Karen. I don't even want to think about turning 60. For the most part, it's not the numbers that worry me. Like, I don't care about getting older. I mean, I really don't. Age is just a number. It's just a soft noise in the background. I hope it's just a soft noise to y'all, because to me it's terrible. It's absolutely atrocious. And the conductors are terrible. They lay on the horn and they're really not supposed to, but they don't listen. They don't listen. But yeah, the puppies are really good about, because they're really sweet, and they come check on me all the time, and they stay, like, I added new dog beds under my desk so they could stay next to me, because they like to stay under my desk anyway, and I was like, I want them to be more comfortable. I swear to goodness, they're so rotten. It's not even funny. And so, if y'all have big dogs, or like a lot of dogs in general. So I'm used to having little dogs. Y'all know, if y'all have seen beforehand, before we got the big puppies, that, oh, I gotta show y'all this. I got this from Liz Vera. She's been a subscriber for a long time. She has a boutique and she has a Facebook group. It's Vera Creative, I think is how you say it. I'll try to link it, but she's in the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Look how adorable this cup is. And look at this. It's got the bees and it's magnetized. It sticks to the lid. Isn't that cute? Anyways, so I've been trying to find ways to keep the hair situation under control, because I'm used to having little dogs. And from Gail Caldwell, she has Grit City Girls. I ordered some shirts and stuff, which I had filmed in them and I was going to show them then, but they're dirty now because I didn't actually get a chance to. Well, I wore one of them yesterday, but I don't think I showed it. But we've been trying to figure out a way I don't think my COVID shots had anything to do with my health issues, because I've had issues like with my heart rate stuff and my circulation for years. It's just nobody put two and two together. Like, I don't think anybody ever paid attention. I don't think anybody's ever looked at my feet turning purple until, and I never really paid attention to the dizzy spells and stuff like that until, like, yesterday. I was at the doctor, or not yesterday, whenever I went to my appointment, until I was talking about the dizzy spells and she saw that my feet were purple the way that they were, and we were talking about my blood pressure stuff. Alfred, they are, but that isn't technically a railroad crossing, and they do it for an excessive amount of time. Like, it's like the commission has actually, we've talked to them, they do it for a really bad, like, it is an excessive, like, there's only one small spot, and most of where it is isn't like there's no other stops. Yes, my birthday is the 11th. Colleen. LJ, they don't know if it's POTS, but they don't think it's just POTS. Because that's what she said, something about that, and then she saw my feet and she was like, nope. Especially because both of the boys have heart defects. And since my genetic stuff that I have to go see the geneticist, there's a lot of heart-related things on it. But since I'm adopted, we don't know everything else with it. So that's part of the reason why I have to go see the geneticist. But because of everything else, I have to go. And with as much as my heart stuff is going off, I have to get into the cardiologist quickly. So that's part of it. But yeah, I've always had issues with circulation and stuff like that. That's like right now, the AC in my house is set on 78 degrees, and I have my sweater here. I'm not wearing it right now, and I have goosebumps. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I have goosebumps because I am freezing cold. That's not normal. That's something that is definitely not normal. Most people don't freeze in 78 degrees weather. I have no idea, LJ. My family, my adopted family, which was my biological grandmother and my biological maternal grandmother. Okay, so Elena, sublimation spray on cotton. I would not trust it because what makes it permanent? It's only going to sit on the fabric. You might be able to get a few washes out of it. It's not going to make it permanent because it's not actually going to bond into the fabric. You're better off if you're wanting to try to sublimate onto cotton using like the Frosty Clear from Specialty Materials and sublimating onto the vinyl. That would be your best bet. It's not a heavy vinyl. It works beautifully. It's a clear vinyl because you're only going to be able to sublimate onto a white or a light anyway. And it's going to work best because typically if you're using a sublimation spray like that, it's pretty much a starch. It's like it's hold on. Let me slow down so my brain can function. It's pretty much those sublimation sprays. It is like a polyacrylic or like a starch, like a watered down starch kind of thing is how it's made. So it can kind of go into the fabrics and because I have some here, and that's how it kind of goes to the done. That made no sense. That's how it kind of makes it bond with the fabric. But it's not, I don't see how it can make itself permanent. But yeah, you're better off if you're wanting something to make it permanent using like the Frosty Clear from Specialty Materials. I have a video using it. The TikTok hacks shows you how to do it. It's easy to use. I have a video showing you longevity of using Specialty Materials vinyl. It works beautifully. It is the best way to go. You can even put it over white if you want to do it on a dark shirt. Trust me, it's your best bet. And if you're wanting to do something to make it where it doesn't feel like anything on a shirt, then go with like a 60-40 cotton poly blend. That's going to be your best option. Because if not, if you're using that on a cotton shirt, it's going to have a stiff, like starchy feel, if that makes sense. My fingertips don't get blue, but they have like a purpley tint to them, and you can see like the color change to them, I guess is the best way to say it. I don't know. And one thing I was finding out, and I didn't know this, is that because if y'all look back at old videos, I've always talked about that I've had like super thin, fine fingernails. That's lack of blood that can be caused from lack of blood flow. Let's see. Belinda, as I said, I've always, like, even before I lost weight, I've always been someone who stays cold. Like, I've always, like, not as cold as I am now, but at the shop in the summer, it would be 74, 75 in there. I've always been cold-natured. Yeah, and I've always had circulation issues. I've said that. That's one of the things I've always said. And I've said that before all of this. This isn't something new. It's just starting to put things together that we didn't know how much things related together. Like whenever I was pregnant with Cameron, I had toxemia, preeclampsia, well, and gestational diabetes. But I also had pitting edema from it all. It was really bad. Yeah, I know that it's a circulation thing. I just didn't know how. Yes, I have my cardiologist appointment on the 6th. But even beforehand, like I didn't kind of ignored stuff because, you know, you don't think about things like when I first started whenever my Apple Watch, when they first came out with like the high heart rate notifications, I turned that off on my Apple Watch because it would go off randomly because it would spike for no reason. I was like, oh, well, I shouldn't worry. Well, I didn't know that it was because there's an issue. Oh, yeah, the Frosty Clear is amazing. It looks beautiful with sublimation print on it. Like, it's gorgeous. Thank you, Sapphire. And the one thing about it is another thing reason why I'm talking about this too is signs like this. People don't realize that this can be a sign of something major going on. I don't think people know that. And that's another thing. People don't know that being cold can be a bad sign. People don't know that their feet looking a little purplish or kind of being a different color than the rest of them can be a bad sign. Are your hands looking a little bit different than the rest of them is a bad sign. You don't think about all of that. That's part of the reason why I'm kind of saying stuff. Not because it's like I want everybody to know all my business, but it's also important for people to know my business because, as you can tell, my brain really ain't functioning the best lately. It's like all of this stuff is making it harder for it to function. So I don't know if the blood pressure issue is making the neurological issues work, which is a good possibility. Who knows? So, but, you know, my heart stuff is always pretty good. And when I go to my regular doctor, most of those, like my pulses always run high. My blood pressure's normal for the most part. Maybe on the higher end, but not high. But like my triglycerides and all that stuff's normal. So it wasn't showing anything to be concerned with. But there's concern now. And the thing with my blood pressure stuff is it's not both numbers. It's the, what's the thing? The diastolic. So that means it's half of my heart. Yeah, Belinda, I have tried so many things. And part of the thing is with doctors and stuff like that is doctors don't communicate with each other. A lot of times doctors look at, and when you go see a specialist deals with their specialty and they don't talk or look at anything else. They will deal with what they deal with and that's it. And that's all they do. And they don't communicate a lot of times with the other doctors. And if your numbers are normal or slightly raised, then they're like, oh, you're okay. So it's kind of, it is what it is. Robin, no, there's not really a case manager, but I have a specialist visit in September with a geneticist. And I'm hoping once I go see him that he's going to get me in line with exactly what I need to do. And I'm sure that that's kind of what's going to happen because they know a little bit more about everything. And that's kind of what they're supposed to do. They know what genes go with what diseases and all that kind of stuff. And even the insurance company was like, yeah, you need to go see the geneticist. And they typically, the insurance companies aren't ones to typically like, oh yeah, let's go ahead and approve you to go see a geneticist. that's typically something that is fought. And they were like, no, like I was approved in less than 24 hours to go see a geneticist. So, but I've been like, when was that scheduled? I think that was scheduled in March? Something like that. So, but like, the one I'm seeing is a very, very good one at Baylor. So, specialists like that, it does take a long time to go see. It sucks to take so long. Like, it's a 6-month waiting period. So, exactly, Belinda. Whenever you have to be very, very careful. But the pharmacy that I use, that I use in Beaumont, there's still like a small business pharmacy, and the pharmacist is amazing, and like they are very careful about what medicines, like whenever a prescription, like if I'm on a prescription or whatever, they will be like, okay, this one you need to make sure you're taking this vitamin because this can take and deplete this vitamin. Or, oh yeah, it's not like the kind of service that you get at like Walgreens or CVS or anything like that, but our insurance doesn't work at CVS, so it really wouldn't matter anyway. But like, I trust them explicitly. So hopefully they don't ever get bought out by the big guys, because they're awesome. But you have those things that are like that, and it's really good. And like Jeremy, because they're in Beaumont, they're not like super close. So Jeremy has to go, like if I have a prescription, he has to go pick them up whenever he goes to work or whenever he comes home. And they're not open. Like, I think they're only open till like noon on weekends and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where it's a kind of a pain in the butt, because it's not 24 hours. It's not that kind of thing, but it doesn't matter. I will not stop using them. And like, whenever I have to go to the doctor out of town or anything like that, we have to make sure that we get the prescriptions sent over there, and we have all of their information saved, because we don't want to use anybody else. Nobody else. And if you can find pharmacies like that, if y'all don't have any, you need to look for pharmacies like that, because they're worth their weight in gold. Because even if you can't find great like doctors or anything like that, a pharmacy like that will save your life. I'm telling you. They are worth, because you don't know, a pharmacist, good pharmacy techs will save your life. Because prescription medicine, it's not just about drug interactions. People don't realize that, because certain medications can deplete minerals and stuff like that, and that can be harmful as well. And people don't think about that unless you actually go read your side effects and all of that kind of thing. And a lot of people don't do that. And even if your doctor kind of tells you side effects, and sometimes they don't, you don't think about it. And I will tell you this, I learned after, I don't remember what medicine I started taking that gave me some really bad side effects. I don't start taking a single medicine. Okay, LJ, I'll see you later. But I don't remember what medicine it was that I started taking. I don't start taking a single medicine without reading through all of the side effects, so that way I know if weird stuff starts happening to discontinue or not. And I also tell Jeremy, like, if I read through side effects and it has, like, that there's going to be any weird mental side effects, to tell him and the kids to watch out for things, because you don't ever know. Like, if it says that it's going to have weird mental side effects, you need to know to tell people around you to watch out for them, because you won't know to, like, to pay attention to them, because it can cause, like, psychosis and stuff like that. Just a hint. Always tell someone that you're starting a new medication that can have mental side effects. Because, like, drugs for epilepsy and stuff like that, it can cause those things. But that's enough talk on medication. Umbrella, people are like, how is this a vinyl channel? It still is. We're just talking about the medicines because everybody wants to know. Well, not everybody. Probably people are like, well, I don't care about your health stuff. It's not always all about my health stuff. I'm sorry. It's just been a lot of stuff about my health lately. It really has been. Because it feels like that's all that's happened lately. That's definitely all it feels like. But I'm finishing up the last of the SVGs for Patreon. Exactly, Belinda. Hopefully one of these days I can return to somewhat semblance of normalcy. If you're interested in light pads, light boxes, I did a whole video yesterday on them. What they are, what you use them for. Also, cutting mats to kind of go on them. Well, I did one cutting mat, but it's a good cutting mat. Sapphire, I always worry about what people think. I try not to, but I do. It's always in the back of my head. Like, I tell people not to judge, and I'm not really a judgy person. I can be over certain things, but I try not to judge other people. But I always worry that people judge me. Why, I don't know. And I think it's gotten worse with all of the illness stuff. Everything bothers me 10 times worse now because I've gotten so much more hate. Because people are like, do you know what you sound like? And do you know? I'm like, really? Really? It is what it is. But if you need light boxes, I think it's pretty interesting. I can't do this like these. I can't work with sticker vinyl without a light box anymore, like at all. And it's like I still have gaps in my stuff compared to what it was because I can't get over, like lean over it the way that I need to. Hi, Latrina. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. That sounded really country, didn't it? I don't know about y'all. If any of y'all are from the South, I know I'm from the South. And a lot of times I can't hear the Southern in me. But sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, that sounded really country. That sounded really, really country. And I know that just sounded really country. But yeah, that just sounded really country. Exactly. Sapphire. That's good that you can walk, and that God is good. You do have to keep the faith. Sometimes it can be difficult to keep the faith, but I hear you, Layla. Do you hear? That's the ornery one. The little one, she's mean. The other two are not so mean. The little one, she's mean. My headband, because the way this camera lens does, it goes blurry in the background. Hi, my honey girl. What's she doing, Mama? What's she doing? What's she doing? But yeah. Huh? What's she doing? Oh. See, there's my shadow doll. He's the hyper one. He jumps up. And then there's the little one. Honey, she's not very hyper. So she won't jump up and say hi. She's hidden under the desk. Shadow, he's big. And he'll jump up and say hi. And Layla, she just picks up. Well, Pete, tell Chloe I said hello. See what I said? They're all like, they will come and they like to say hi. They always are here. They're rotten. They're rotten. They definitely keep me company. Honey, come on. You want to jump up and say hi? Come here. They want to see your pretty face too. Come here. Let's see if I can get you. Come here. Oh, say hi. Look, say hi. Oh, come here. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, don't bite her in the face. Hi. Don't bite me in the face. Oh. Well, at least y'all got to see it. Ah. Can you not nibble on my ear? She's just licking you, Layla. It sounds much worse than it is. Layla always sounds like that. She's just licking her. And Layla's just, she sounds like that, and she's not being mean, and she ain't biting. She's just like, ah. Aren't they the sweetest? They are spoiled rotten. They're absolutely rotten. They are spoiled. I bought, because we've been trying to get the hair situation under control. They have these sweepers on Amazon. They're made of rubber. Things are wonderful. New grooming brushes. I bought these things that you put in the dryer that catches the hair. Those things are great. I got there's things to wash them with that help catch the hair. And they got these licky thingies that you put on the bathtub wall to put peanut butter in. So they lick that so it makes it easier to wash them. Like, I ordered them some hooded towels too. I might do a video personalizing them for each of them. And then I might put pictures with it because they're just rotten. But yeah, they're rotten. Little dogs, it wasn't so bad. But like we have to take and do the vents every day because it just sucks the hair in. Like, I don't know how they're not bald, the amount of hair that they lose. Yes, Michelle, that it is definitely true. Yeah, Belinda, the broom is amazing. I bought a mini one and a bigger one. And then I got this thingy that cleans the couch to scrape it all off because you got to do something. It's like the hair gets, I don't even, like, It's everywhere, and it's every single day. And they, like, the kids have to, like, I'm not supposed to be doing all that right now, and, like, it doesn't stop. Layla and Honey are in the same little bed. I can't even tell you. And then we got the cats too, so every time we do the floors and stuff, you would think you would think that we had 10 pets in this house. I guarantee. Okay, I got to tell y'all this. We have Discovery Plus because it came, like, you get 6 months free with the Verizon. And I was looking through it. And, I don't know if y'all remember, like, they had, when I was a kid, I used to watch the show Decorating Sense. It came on in, like, the late 90s. I think it said it was started in, like, 97. And I was watching it. And this lady had made Christmas ornaments out of lint balls. And it was like, really? Why would you make Christmas ornaments out of lint balls? It's kind of weird and kind of gross. Jeremy was like, well, you should make Christmas ornaments out of dog hair. And I was like, I probably could. It's kind of gross too, but I'll do that. I'll make a tutorial making Christmas ornaments out of dog hair. Give this video a like if you want me to make Christmas ornaments out of dog. If you want me to make Christmas ornaments out of my dog hair. Out of their shedded hair. I bet you I could decorate a whole big old tree. It would be funny. It would be so bad. I will tell my puppies that Sophie and Sailor say hello. It would be bad. I wonder how we would do it. We could epoxy though. Oh no, Colleen, they're not bounce dryer sheets. They're silicone. They're like cactuses. They're silicone. And you put them in the dryer. You don't use dryer sheets with them, and you don't use fabric softener when you wash with them. You throw them in the dryer, and it catches the hair. It's awesome. It's freaking awesome. But yeah, I'm going to do that. I should make a tutorial. That's what I'm going to do next April Fool's. We'll make some Christmas ornaments out of dog hair. Let's see if I have a picture of them. I'd probably do on my Amazon, because I'm telling you, when you've got pets and you're trying to look for a way to control pet hair, it's like, what do you do? Oh yeah. I think I have it in my store. In my cleaning and stuff, Colleen. Let me see. Because I try to put everything like that in there, because it just makes things so much easier. Because when I find really cool stuff like that, I try to share it, because it really does make things so much easier. It really does. It's the fur remover brush. But yeah, hold on. That's what it looks like. It was going to show. And if you go in the description, it's $24. And that one comes with the small one that you can use on like vents and stuff like that. It's in, if you look in my description in my Amazon store, if you go to the list that says cleaning supplies, it's in there. It's awesome. Let me go back and I'll show you the dryer ball thingies that I bought, because they're awesome too. Because they're in my cleaning supply stuff too. Because I'm telling you, Amazon's my best friend. These are the dryer balls. Those are the white ones. I bought white ones because I figured I'll show you them in color. They're $10 for 4 of them. And yeah, they're in my storefront under the list, the cleaning supplies. But like, people were talking about how they were great at catching, like you can see pictures of people's stuff where they're catching hair. Oh yeah. They're great at that. But yeah, I mean, I look for anything like that, trying to find stuff like that, because anything that's handy. Anything. Because you can't find some of that stuff local. I mean, I wish you could. But I don't really go anywhere anyway. I can't think of the last time. When was the last time I went anywhere? Other than the doctor, I can't think of any time. Anytime. That was right. That's the right phrase. But yeah. Like, I've been trying to keep lists of things. Did I even put those on there? Did you know that they make, I found these, I don't even know if I put those in my storefront yet. Did you know that they make air fryer liners? I found them the other day on Amazon because it was like they just came in. I haven't used them yet, but they make air fryer liners. I don't know if y'all are as obsessed with your air fryer as I am, but I hate cleaning the thing. Well, I mean, I don't cook right now anyway, but I'm going to add it to the cleaning supplies because that probably would be the best place to do it. They make air fryer liners. And I added it to my list, the cleaning supplies. But you line your air fryer with it, and then you know how your air fryer gets gunky, like where it like looks like there's oil and stuff in it? It keeps you from having to clean that all up. Isn't that awesome? It's like parchment paper for it, but they're cut to size. Those are the size that I ordered. It's like it's that size is for 4 to 8 quarts. But they just came in today. I just ordered them, but I was so excited I got those. Because I was on there because I had to get some more alcohol that I used to clean the glass. Oh, thank you, Pete. That makes me happy. I love little kids. I miss the kids being little. That's something I do miss. I miss And I don't get to see Aubrey enough because they live 2 hours away and Jeremy works and, I can't drive. I was hoping that whenever we close the store, my health would get better and I get to go see him more. And no, I can't drive. So it's like I can't go see him and makes me sad. But the 99%, I did record that. I need to make the reel of that. Is so much better at cleaning adhesive off. Squashy noses. That's hilarious. Squashy noses. At cleaning the adhesive off of everything, just to let y'all know. Then even like the denatured alcohol, I was like, why didn't we use this from the get-go? But I needed to get some more of it. And then I saw those and I was like, I need to try those. So it's like Amazon is worse than like Target and like the end caps, like going grocery shopping and stuff like that. Is everybody else like that? Like going to the store and stuff. You know how you used to go grocery shopping and like you would end up buying 20 things that you didn't need because you would shop and it would be like, oh, this is on the end cap and I need this. Amazon, I am the world's worst because it's like, oh, this is what I need because you should see this now. But sometimes that's where you find the best things, like the air fryer liners. But I also got new dishes. Does anybody remember Corel dishes? Not Corel like as in the art program, but Corel like as in the non-breakable dishes, like the thin dishes that I think everybody's grandma kind of had. They were wonderfully made dishes. They just weren't always the prettiest thing. I mean, they weren't always the worst, but they just were kind of outdated looking. They would last through a nuclear blast, but they weren't always pretty, I guess is the best way to put it. But I got new dishes because Corel actually had dishes that I liked because they had plain navy dishes. The good thing about Corel dishes, as I said, they will last. They're like a freaking nuclear blast. They're dishwasher safe. You can drop the suckers. They really don't ever break. You can put them in the microwave. They can take the dishwasher. They're just typically not that pretty. But I ordered them off of Amazon because I was looking for new dishes. Because I had some from Pier 1 that had really pretty little blue birds on them. But they were like stoneware or porcelain or something like that. But the ones that are left have cracks in them. They're really thick. They take up a lot of room. And Corel dishes are super duper thin. And which is part of the thing. And does anybody else remember those, the Corel dishes? Am I the only one who's thinking that? And then on top of that, whenever you order a dish set, you end up getting all these dishes that you don't ever really use. Or at least I think that. I don't need saucers. I don't need salad plates. Typically for us, when we buy dishes or when I use dishes, we use plates and we use bowls. That's about all we use. People are like, why are you talking about all the stuff that you purchase? It's just, this is what I bought and this is what I was excited about. So I'm going to tell you what I bought. Because I was looking for new dishes because ours were falling apart and I needed plates. Anyways. And I saw these and I really like them. Because I bought a couple of years ago and I was super excited for it too. You know the silverware that has the, or you know the metal stuff that looks like the rainbow iridescent or kind of like the holographic-y look? Because y'all know me. I love anything color. Well, I bought silverware that looks like that. Didn't match anything else in my house because for some reason, all the forks in my house like disappeared. We were like down to one fork. Oh, Latrina, thank you. I'm on random subjects today. That's what my brain is on. I love the way the flatware looks. It's beautiful because I love all things color. But doesn't really match anything else. You know, I think there's this point in time, you know, whenever stuff in your house, when your kids get older, nothing matches. Where you don't really want to go buy a bunch of new stuff because you just kind of don't care until your kids have all moved out. Maybe it's just me. Or at least that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I don't want to go buy a bunch of new furniture. We want to move at some point. Some stuff is kind of on its last leg, so I'm just kind of replacing as need be. But, you know, it doesn't really matter at this point. We want to move. So it's like, you know, who cares? At least that's how I am. You know, that's just how it is. You know, I don't think I have a full set of anything. You look through my cabinets and it's like a hodgepodge of everything. It's like a 70s grandma kitchen. You know, you got a mixed match of McDonald's cups and, you know, it's kind of how it is. But as I said, we needed new dishes. It's like how I ended up with the rainbow forks that I absolutely love. Y'all know what I'm talking about whenever you the metal fork, like that metal that looks like that. I think people know what I mean. Maybe you don't, but it's that kind of look. But it has the blue in it. And I was like, well, I can go with blue dishes because I need blue dishes. So I go on Amazon because, as I said, Amazon's my best friend. So I type in navy blue because that will match. So Corel blue dishes pop up. Again, I don't really want saucers. I don't really want mugs because I don't drink coffee. I have a few coffee cups, but do I need 12 coffee cups? Because I wanted 12 plates. I wanted 12 bowls, but I don't need 12 saucers. I don't need 12 salad plates. I don't need all the other stuff. You know, I don't have a lot of company come to my house because you see them. Plus, I don't feel good a lot of the time. I mean, and I am an extroverted introvert. I've talked about being an introvert a lot. I'm good about being an extrovert on camera, but that takes all of my socialness. This takes all of it. And once I'm done with that, my house is like, I'm done. But I wanted a set of 12 things so that way I would be done. If that makes sense. I wanted to just be, okay, that's enough. because the kids lose things, and I'm blaming it on the kids, and probably Jeremy too, because he'll bring stuff to work. Why he brings actual dishes to work is the question of the day, but he does. And I think I know what's happened to silverware because I found a fork in the trash can before, so that's probably what happens to some stuff. Do your kids do that? I know mine do. And they're adults, so that should tell you something. So I knew I needed Susan C, and all of my thyroid stuff has come back as normal. So who knows? But as I said, like, I wanted to have enough in case whatever I bought, they decided to no longer make. Because you know that the minute you decide to buy a print or a pattern or a color, that they're going to stop making it if you only buy what you need. And there's 5 of us, and Nadia has a boyfriend, and if either of the other 2 decide to have a significant other, or Joe or Mary, or Jamie and Mike and the kid, you know, I still need some extras. So I wanted 12. So this is what I bought. And I thought this was so cool because the plates have, like, I don't know if you could be able to see it, have like an edge to them so they don't spill, which is nice. The bowls are 21 ounces, which I'm not going to fill it up with 21 ounces of anything, but so that way it's big enough to put like a big salad in because you want to be able to mix it up. I like to be able to have like when I have pasta, I like to eat pasta out of a bowl so I can mix things up. I mean, I don't eat 21 ounces of pasta, but it's still good to have a big bowl for it. And then the cups that it comes with is something that I really like because they have a silicone thingamajiggy, whatever that's called. It's like a koozie that goes around the outside, and then it has a lid to put over the top of it. I love the fact of that. It's awesome. And all of it can go in the oven too. It's all safe for all of it. All of it. All of it. I was so excited. I don't know about y'all, but like, for me, that's the kind of stuff I get excited about now. I love that kind of thing. So, and as I said, Corelle dishes will last you a lifetime. The only reason I know is like my maternal grandfather had some, and they were white with like an avocado green, and I think it was like a pumpkin orange, and they were like ugly as all sin. Now that I think about it, I probably would like them now because those are kind of colors that I like. But yeah, I'll tell you the name Latrina, but back then I thought they were ugly, and they were like from the 70s, and they were perfect condition. They're Corel brand. Like, it's not spelled the same as the art program, but it said the name is said the name. That's not correct. Hold on. Wait, is that? That's not the right way. That's not. How? What am I trying to say? Hi, Julius. I haven't seen you in forever. What's the weather today? Right now it is 93 and sunny, but that's not what it is. That's not how hot it is. Like, that's what the temperature is outside, because the humidity, it always is like a whole lot hotter. And typically it feels like it's 10 to 15 degrees hotter outside. It's pronounced the same. That's what I meant to say, Latrina. It's pronounced the same as Corel, but it's not spelled the same. See? The brain, the words don't match the thought. But yeah. The prints on them aren't always the most modern, but they're amazing. They're really good. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it there so I can give myself a break, let my brain calm down. But I will see y'all later. I love you guys, and I will hopefully have the Patreon tutorial up tomorrow. But yeah. Bye.